Morning guys, so today marks day one of our new project in Braintree. Today we're doing a garden room. So we've got Mr. Muscle on the roof. Obviously he's trying to take it down in one just to flaunt a little bit. Youth, such a beautiful thing. Me and the old man are just investigating the waterworks because there's a few question marks on which way the water's running in this area. So we're just taking up the 2 manhole covers in the garden. This is the speed that the old man works at. Sloth speed. This is the end of day one. Unfortunately, the boom arm couldn't put all this ballast over here, which would have been ideal. So we had to double shovel it. Yeah, so I have to shift all this tomorrow. Just started digging out a little bit, just by eye. You can sort of see that it's way too high there. So tomorrow we'll do all the perimeter. Get the shutter and ply in, which will give us our level and get that all dug down. Morning guys, today is day 2 in the garden room job in Braintree. I'll show you a little update of where we're at. Today we're hoping to get all the base dug down to the depth that's required, get it crushed, and what we're going to end up doing is, once this base is in, get the concrete base down, because that way we're ready for all this stuff up here, all the timber. That'll be gone in the next week, because then that can all be done for the roof structure and all the walls and whatnot. Once that's on, then we're going to run the sewer pipe, taking the toilet, the bathroom sink and the kitchen sink, other side of the wall. It's all going to be run out. We're going to put a bit of meter soil pipe coming out and then cover that back over for now, just so it's ready for the next phase. Get all the timber work done, and then once all this is all cleared, we'll work out our channel, dig across here, and we're going to have to dismantle a little bit of this patio area to pick up the drain that's coming across from that manhole there. It's coming across here somewhere, so it'll be a lot easier to pick it up here. So we'll probably have to take up about 6 slabs, and obviously this step here, and then we'll have to reinstate that after. Loads of dirt. We've got it all to the level we need now, this area. Like I said, obviously these tally bags are in the way, but by the time we start shifting that over here, spreading it, we can then finish off our shuttering. How was today, Ryan? It was a killer, wasn't it? Yes. Don't lie. Back's gonna be killing tomorrow. So guys, a very frosty start this morning. The soil is completely compact. The crush is completely compact. It's gonna make for a fun digging session today. So what we've done this morning so far is we worked out our levels from the height of the existing manhole running down. Obviously by the time it gets from this height over to where we're gonna tap into it, which is over here, it will be a little bit lower there. But we've done it from this height, so we know we've got enough fall, and then worked at our height, transferred our levels across from here over to where our toilet's going to be. And then that is going to obviously give us how much we have to drop the soil pipe coming down from the toilet and from the sink unit in the kitchen across the garden here up into that soil pipe over there. Our level here, obviously we shifted out plenty of dirt from here, a little bit low in some places, so we've also got a patio to do over this side, so we're just taking a little bit of dirt out here at the moment, which we need to do anyway, and then just putting it back here, otherwise it's going to end up using a lot more crush than we planned for. Once he's shifted this, don't put it over there though, because we've got to dig out holes there for the soil pipe, just keep it in that corner. Yeah, once he's shifted that, then we can work out a straight line across, get rid of this soil, and then crush everywhere. And then obviously then we'll be digging out for our soil pipes coming across. So this is now just our soil pipe that we're running in for the toilet. And it's going to run across to this area here, which is going to be beneath the kitchen worktop, the other side of the wall. When you're using this stuff, just use this just simple pipe lubricant. It just makes it much easier to get the joints together. Makes light work a bit, hopefully. So we run our levels earlier, and we worked out the distance, which is 5.2. And we saw the drop that we've got in the manhole at that end and the drop we've got here to the toilet divided by the length, and that gave us our full, which is roughly about 45 mil per metre, which is what we want. So just getting our soil pipes finished for the kitchen sink and for the toilet. Also we've got a ducting running through, so we can pull our MDP pipe through once it's all been filled up. I'll just explain to you quickly how we've sort of run the levels across from the manhole. So set up your self laser level. What we've done here, we worked out the initial height of the manhole. So from that laser level right now, if you bring it here, you might see the laser. Just stand out of the way a bit. See, it hits that there, that little red mark. I'll put it up straight. That's that side, basically. This is a 600 manhole. So we transfer this across here now. Now it's gone to there. So we had our initial mark there, and now this mark's gone there. So that means over 600 mil, roughly, the full between there to there is 30 mil. Distance between there, where we're tying in, to over here is 2.2. So we've done the maths, so basically the full from there to there works out to be here. I'll show you that there. So that's where we're going to be tying in at that height. So now if we run this rod over there to where our toilet is, it's a bit tricky to sort of figure out, but it's quite crucial. So, where is it? Oh, can you swivel that round, Renaud, please? Swivel that laser round. Bit more. Bit more. More. That's it. Where are we? Right, if you come here, obviously it's a red laser, so it's quite faint in daylight. The green one's better, but I don't know if you can see that there is a red laser line there, yeah? So that basically indicates that that's our level right now for our toilet. So you've got to bear in mind, that's where we're tying in, and that's our toilet. So the distance between that and that is 290. And then over there, basically our sink height, that's our toilet, and our sink height is there. So we've got a drop from our sink to our toilet of that. And then you work out basically the distance that we're traveling with the soil pipe, which is 5.2, and you work out the difference between the drop, which I said is 290, and that gives you your full. So you want at least 1 in 40, which is sort of 40 mil per 1 metre, which should flow nicely and not too much, because if it's too steep, the water goes away, all the solids stay in the soil pipe. So yeah, now we've got that in, we can get that set beneath the bends, get it all p-shingled, get it backfilled, move the crush around, and then we're good to get the base done. So just getting our soil pipes finished for the kitchen sink and for the toilet. Also we've got a ducting running through, so we can pull our MDP pipe through once this has all been filled up. So what this does by putting the concrete around the bends, just ensures that the bends are not going to move at any point. So you get that in, sort of punch it up, and then we get the rest of it de-shingled. Obviously once we've got this in, we'll level it up again. Some drugs. And we are here. Preparation work is done, pretty much. I've got our soil pipe running for the toilet now, and obviously our sink's higher than the toilet, so that's running into that nicely. And then we've got our ducting going through to put the MDPE pipe through after. Tomorrow we'll be here, we'll put a sandblast across the top, whacker plate it down, compact it up, get a bit more of a perspective of how big it's going to be now. Obviously we're going to put a little walkway down here as well once the garden room's built. We're going to put a patio bit down there because there's not going to be no sunlight over there, so that grass was just going to die. So we're going to slab that bit, put probably slab around here as well, and wherever the door is, which is going to be about there somewhere, we'll put a walkway down. Quite impressed with the new guy so far, but don't tell him. You right? New guy?
Tell me what?
Yeah. Next time there's groundwork, 6 foot in a hole, I am not going to be here. I will be absent, and my fellow student Ryan will
Absent.
be absent as well. Stay with me. Oh. This is probably the dirtiest I've ever been since working in construction. Right, well, this jacket is going in the bin. Did not expect to be here this late, but we've got the base down, so had to get the base down by the weekend, so that's got the weekend to go off. We ended up investigating the manholes a little bit this morning, so we dug like 1.5 meters down, or just over, just to find out where the soil stack is, which we managed to find, which is all good. We've done that before we started the base, and yeah, a bit late, but we got there. We're finally out the ground, so when we come back on Monday, fresh start. It's all the framework now, timber framework, walls, roof, make sure it's watertight, and yeah, good to go. Hard day?
Very.
Yeah. No, they've done well today. Anyway, let's get out of here. Have a good weekend, guys. This is where we're at the moment, getting the walls up. If we can get the two sides, the back, and potentially part of the front one done, that'd be good. So I'll just quickly show you what we've done now. We've got to tie the back one onto this one, so I'll quickly show you how we've done that. So we've got a wall built already that we built on the floor. You're not covering up the camera, you think, are you?
Obviously I'm not.
So this is a full length of timber. Like I said, we've got the wall built already. So what we've got to do, we've got to build another little wall that end, as you can see. So I'm just marking out basically where this one's going to take us. Which is there, this side of it. So we've got that this side section built. So now we just want to build this section. So 1720. So we're going to build another one at 1720 now. So I'll get 2 bits cut at 1720. That's the head and the foot. And then we've got our uprights already cut at 2.1 meters. So we'll build that. I'll show you how we build that, and then we'll get that connected. And so I always say, and I've always taught him, you've got lots of cuts at the same measurement to do. It's always best to set yourself up where you can just slide it up to a certain point, put a little stop on end, and then just repeatedly get all the cuts done. So that's what we've done with all our uprights. We set this stop at 2.1, and we just got all the cuts done, so we can just bang the walls up really quick. So in this instance, I'm going to be cutting a couple. I'll just show you at 1720. So that's my mark there. So I'll release this bit, slide that across to the mark, and that way it also ensures that each cut is exactly the same. So your wall's not going to like tip out or not be level, basically. So that's. It's always good practice to let the blade fully stop spinning before lifting it, because they will kick and they're not very forgiving. Right, so that's our head and our foot, and then what I do next, you come down here, I'll show you quickly. Like I say, this is the header and the foot, so as you can see they're exactly the same length. Then, just for example's sake, this will be the end piece of our timber, so I'll put a little line there. That's the end piece, obviously this will be the same. And then what we're doing 400 centres basically. So what I'll do from this mark here, you can see, I'll mark 400, 400, 400, and then that side, get the same on the top as well. I'll put a little cross there because you know what side on the mark to put your timber. And then basically we'll put that at the top, at the bottom on the OSB over there, put our uprights in, nail it together, and then that's a good one. And we'll put the 2 walls together, lay it down, get the OSB on top, and then that's it, all's done. Got a nail gun, it makes light work of it. I use 100mm nails. And then when you're nailing it, just make sure, 1, you keep your hands well out of the way, and 2, this has to be flush, so just make sure the top's flush and the bottom will be flush. See what I mean about the marks? I'll show you. So the edge of the timber, roughly, goes to where this is. The cross is the side where the timber is. So that's how we put it on. So what we do now, this is our framework basically. So we've got that end wall that I just mentioned, we tied it up with this bigger wall that we already had built. And then we'll basically get this wall upright square by using this, because this machine cut is already square. So what you've got to allow for though is the bottom of the OSB, we want to overlap in our bottom timber 3:2. So we're going to do 83mm overlap on this framework, which I'll mark out in a minute. And you also got to bear in mind you want this bit to overlap here, which is 71. So I'm going to mark 71 there, draw my line, that'll overhang that end, and 83 from the bottom, which will overhang the bottom end, and then when you stand it upright, it'll all overlap nicely. There it is. That should overlap there. We want to work out. board for the next one. So we want to start from that end, on a shorter one, don't we? And that will be a full board. So we want to overlap this wall, don't we? 2, 12, 40. Yeah, so we'll have to cut it on this one then. At 2.1. Save that board for after. Let's mark it up. Whenever you're joining two walls together, the OSB basically acts like further support. So use the longest length of the OSB to overlap the shortest wall. So we're going to use this big sheet over that end so it overlaps that join there. How's your video editing skills, Ryan?
Not the greatest. Not the greatest.
Cut that quickly.
Why you gotta pay me to be your editor?
Well, yeah, no. You'll be happy. Should cut this quickly. I've got lots of videos for other jobs that I need to edit still. On YouTube. So this is where we're at the moment. Obviously we will be cutting out a window there for the toilet and a big window there going next to the door. I'll do that tomorrow. That gives you more of an idea of how big it is. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice really, but we've got 4.2 meters across and 3.6 this way. So almost watertight. We've got the Tyvek on that side, Tyvek house wrap on that side. Tomorrow we're gonna have to lift up the neighbour's fence. We already spoke to them, they're happy with that. If we don't get attacked by the dogs, and then Tyvek that side, batten that side, and then the same with the front wall. So what we're doing right now is, on all the walls, we're getting our house wrap on, just to make it watertight, and our batten on top. So we're doing 450 centres on this one. So the quickest way is just get yourself a template at 450. Then we've got to do, I've got these cut to size, so 10 mil short, allow a little gap. Put the template at the top, you know you've got your gap there. Make sure that's just below the top of the wall. And that. I'm going to get him to run in all the bottoms and level all that up. I'm just starting him at the top because he's a bit short, he can't reach.
I should stop this video now.
So it just speeds up the process basically, rather than leveling each one. If you get the first one level, then all the rest will follow. So yeah, this first one here, we've got a level line up there, and we've got this batten fitted. And then obviously you just use your 450 timber and it just gets everything level. So you can go down with your template now, yeah? And just level this, just put template, template. So we've got Ryan just digging out the trench at the moment, just to run that sewer pipe across. Just getting that all ready. Hard work. He's taking a mick out of me about being 30. Gary on the old insulation.
That's it.
Looking nice. Got the old man on the cladding. Braintree job. Just finishing up for the weekend. Going to tidy the site, get the toilet plumbed in, have a good tidy up inside the garden room. I'll show you where we're at. We started getting the flooring laid, arcs done, window boards done. And yeah, next week the plastering's still drying out nicely. Probably on Monday it'll be dry, so either Monday or Tuesday we'll give it a first coat of paint. Then we get the sparkies to come back and do their second fixing, and yeah, not far off the finish line now. So we are not far from the finish line now. All the flooring's down, architrave's up, skirting's up, all the electrics are done. We've just got a bit of decorating left and all will be complete. Oh, also the plumber's got to come back and just do his second fixing. That's what we're waiting for.